10 amazingly cheap places you should travel to in 2022. If you want to travel more while spending less, your most important decision is where to go. Realizing just how far your dollars, euros, or pounds can go in cheaper countries can be eye-opening. For the price of a single restaurant meal in, say, London or New York, you could be covering a whole day's worth of traveling in cheap countries like Indonesia, Argentina, Vietnam, Mexico, or Turkey, to name just a few. In many cheap travel destinations, it's very doable to spend around $30 to $50 on all your travel expenses per person per day. 1. Albania. Albania is still developing, though its improving infrastructure and fledgling tourism industry make it an ideal time to go, before it becomes the next Croatia. Its unspoiled coastline, quirky capital, well-preserved Ottoman-era towns, and impressive Alps offer so many reasons to go. While you travel around Albania, you can also learn about the fascinating history of this once isolated country, which was known during the Cold War as the North Korea of Europe. Hundreds of thousands of abandoned bunkers across Albania still testify of this bizarre era. Oh, and did I mention Albania is ridiculously cheap? You can easily find hostel dorms for $10 or budget hotel rooms for around $25. Food often costs around $2 per dish. Mid-range budget, $50 a day. 2. Mexico. Mexico is typically best known for its beach resorts like Cancun, Cabo, or Tulum. They're great, though these tourist price locations are only cheap if you compare them to, say, Miami or Hawaii. If you really want cheap, you have to explore other places in Mexico. Whether it's for a beach holiday or to dive into the local culture, there is so much to discover in this huge country. One classic, and safe, travel route runs from the buzzing Mexico City to Oaxaca and ending on the Yucatan Peninsula. If you're on a tight budget, check out Chiapas State. It's filled with jungles, waterfalls, and epic Mayan ruins, and travel costs are among the lowest in Mexico. Mid-range budget, $65 a day. 3. Bosnia-Herzegovina. Most people still associate Bosnia mainly with the war that took place there, Czech's calendar, an entire 27 years ago. But this Balkan country has gotten back on its feet and has so much to show you if you give it a chance. The medieval town of Mostar is a real highlight, its iconic bridge once connecting trade routes going as far as Venice and Constantinople. I was also impressed by the capital Sarajevo, which remains under-touristed despite its genuine warmth, interesting architecture, and a wonderful historic quarter. I've gone ahead and called Sarajevo one of the most underrated capitals in Europe. Unlike neighboring Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina remains delightfully budget-friendly, making it all the easier to decide to visit it. Backpacker budget, $30 a day. Mid-range budget, $50 a day. 4. Colombia. Colombia is an amazing country to travel, and no, these days it's luckily nothing at all like Netflix Narcos, a show that is set over 50 years ago. Within Colombia you will find a little bit of everything representing South America, including both the Pacific and Atlantic coasts, the epic Amazon rainforest, and the start of the Andes mountain range. Add to this the buzzing cities of Medellin and Bogotá, and the warmth of Colombians and their vibrant culture, and you've got one of the best budget-friendly travel destinations in the Americas. Exchange rates between the Colombian peso and USD or euro remain very favorable. I remember when I traveled in Colombia some years ago I got about 2,000 pesos for $1, while now it's around 4,000. Backpacker budget, $30 a day. Mid-range budget, $50 a day. 5. Republic of Georgia. Georgia, the country, is a fascinating destination that's right on the edge of Asia and Europe. It's super cheap, sometimes even rivaling the low costs of countries in South or Southeast Asia. In its eccentric capital, crumbling facades of traditional wooden Georgian houses stand next to Soviet-era architecture and daring contemporary designs. I loved my stay in Tbilisi and was surprised by its wonderful soul and character. From Tbilisi, you can explore the stunning Caucasian mountain range, take a dip in the Black Sea, or visit ancient hilltop monasteries, and a few of them even built inside caves. With the introduction in 2020 of a one-year visa for remote workers, Georgia could well become the next digital nomad hotspot. Backpacker budget, $20 a day. Mid-range budget, $40 a day. 6. Nepal. The kind-hearted nature of the Nepalese and the wonderful bustle of Kathmandu instantly enchanted me when I visited a few years ago. Nepal also happens to be one of the world's cheapest places for mountain trekking, whether guided or independent. There are routes throughout the Himalayas that are very well supported and have many tea houses where you can eat and sleep. When doing the epic 7-day trek to Annapurna base camp, I spent just under $20 a day. Backpacker budget, $20 a day. Mid-range budget, $40 a day. 7. Thailand. Thailand may be saying it wants to focus on high-spending tourists in its post-pandemic tourism recovery, yet it remains inescapably known as one of the best budget destinations in Asia. The southern islands and beaches are more developed and can be pricey, though you can equally find luxury accommodation for great value there. If you're more of a budget traveler, know that the travel costs in Thailand get much lower as you go inland. Make your way to the northern Chiang Mai region and you'll even be in budget travel heaven. Amid the rice fields, Buddhist temples and hill tribes, you can find some of the best value accommodation anywhere, whether you're looking for a backpacker dorm bed, from $5, or a comfy hotel with swimming pool, from $30. It's no wonder that Chiang Mai is still the world's go-to place for nomads or expats looking for super low cost of living with high quality of life. Backpacker budget, $30 a day, inland. Mid-range budget, $50 a day. 8. Cape Verde. This small archipelago off the coast of Africa is not on everyone's radar, but its location and warm climate make it such a wonderful winter escape. The island of Sal is known for its inexpensive package holiday resorts, though for culture and nature, it's truly all about the magnificent island of Santo Antão. I did some of my best hiking and trekking there in years. The landscapes are just unbelievable. Cape Verde offers good value for money, while also being safe and fairly well developed. I spent about $45 a day as a budget traveler, staying in B&Bs and eating the local food. Don't miss my 7 reasons why you should travel to Cape Verde. Backpacker budget, $45 a day. Mid-range budget, $70 a day. 9. Vietnam. Vietnam is among the cheapest Asian countries, not to mention among the most underrated. Visiting Vietnam more than once has shown me it is a country of contrasts, home to big tourist hotspots but equally some of the most authentic places around. The typical Vietnam itineraries don't quite tell the full story. Take the northern province of Ha Giang for instance, which is as pure and authentic as it gets. The limestone landscapes at Tam Coc are also not to miss. The town of Phan Nha meanwhile is a fantastic adventure tourism hotspot, home to the world's largest caves. The costs in Vietnam? Simply put, very low. Eat local and you'll struggle to spend more than a few dollars per meal, while locally brewed beers cost as little as 20 cents a glass. Hotel rooms offer incredible value. As little as $10 will get you a clean and comfortable place to stay. Backpacker budget, $25 a day. Mid-range budget, $45 a day. 10. Romania. Romania is, oddly, a country that some people seem to have preconceptions about. Only when they visit does the penny drop that this country is just incredible, and no, Romania has nothing to do with gypsies, who are entirely unrelated to Romanians. Consider the spectacular Transylvania region with its cute medieval towns, ancient fortified churches, and mighty Carpathian mountain range. Just like the Dracula it inspired, Transylvania has a whole lot for you to sink your teeth in. You can easily get by on a backpacker budget of about $30–$40 a day in Romania. If you're on more of a holiday, you can find cute B&Bs starting at $30/night. Don't miss out on this European travel secret. Backpacker budget, $40 a day. Mid-range budget, $60 a day.